Corporate clients are one of the most underutilized revenue streams in short-term rentals. One corporate placement can replace multiple weekend bookings, not because it's flashy, but because it's structured differently. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to land corporate clients for your Airbnb, how to position your property correctly, and how to use AI to streamline the outreach process so it doesn't consume your time. If you want more predictable bookings without the constant turnover, this is for you. My name is Dr. Rachel Gainsbrugh, and I run 18 short-term and mid-term rental properties. Since 2019, they've generated over $5 million in revenue. One of my properties was booked for $28,000 in a single month by a corporate client, and that landed us on a Netflix TV show. This was totally by accident, but today I'm going to walk you through that whole process and exactly how we're able to get repeat bookings of that magnitude. What is a corporate client? A corporate client is not someone attending a weekend conference. A true corporate client is a company or an organization that books housing for employees, contractors, displaced families, often for 30 days or even 6 months at a time. Here are some common examples. Insurance companies placing families after a fire or flood damage. Relocation firms housing employees during job transitions. Healthcare systems booking for travel physicians like locum tenens. Construction firms housing project managers. Film production teams during active shoots. The key difference is that you're not necessarily marketing to the individual travel that's browsing Airbnb at night. You're building relationships with major decision makers who manage housing budgets, and that changes everything. There are three major advantages to corporate demand. First, they have structured budgets. So corporate placements are typically funded by companies, insurance carriers, or relocation packages. The pricing conversation is so different because the goal isn't necessarily finding the cheapest stay. They're looking to secure reliable, safe housing rather quickly. The second advantage is these are longer stays. So most corporate bookings run for months and months at a time. That reduces your turnover, your cleaning cycles, your calendar gaps. Instead of filling your property with guests every few nights, you're securing revenue in larger blocks. The third advantage is the stability. So when leisure travel slows down, the corporate demand often remains steady. Insurance claims, relocation, healthcare contracts, they continue regardless of tourism cycle. This doesn't eliminate risk, but it creates diversification. Now let's talk about what your property actually needs to attract this type of client. Not every Airbnb is positioned for corporate housing. Here's what matters. Number one, the property type. Corporate clients want properties that feel livable, like a place away from home, not a temporary space. So that typically means 3 or more bedrooms, pet-friendly policies, washer and dryer in the unit, full kitchen with functional cookware, practical layout, adequate storage, reliable high-speed internet. Studios or one-bedrooms in downtown can work for some business travelers, but they are rarely ideal for insurance or relocation guests. Number two, location. Corporate housing demand is strongest in suburban or residential areas. Insurance companies want to match a family's previous living environment. Relocation coordinators want safe, convenient neighborhoods that are closer to offices, hospitals, or project sites. If your property is in a nightlife-heavy district, it may perform well for tourism, but not necessarily for corporate placements. Number three, professional presence. Corporate clients are not evaluating you the same way a vacation guest does. So you need a simple booking site, professional photography, a clear property description, easy contact information. You're really positioning yourself as housing infrastructure, not necessarily a vacation rental. Now let's move on to the execution side of things. I use a simple framework: identify, reach out, follow up, position, and retain. Let's walk through it. Step one, identify. We want to identify decision makers. You're, again, not marketing to travelers. You're targeting insurance housing coordinators, relocation managers, HR departments, healthcare staffing agencies, corporate housing coordinators. You can use something like LinkedIn to search for titles like temporary housing coordinator, relocation specialist, corporate housing manager. Focus on your city or region. You want a list of 20 to 30 relevant contacts to start. Step two, structured outreach. This is where most hosts stop. You need a short professional introduction explaining who you are, where your property is, why it fits corporate housing needs, how to contact you. I use tools like ChatGPT to draft structured email outreach. An example prompt that I would place into ChatGPT would be something like, I am a short-term rental host in specific city. I have a 3-bedroom property suitable for relocation and insurance placements. Draft a concise professional email introducing my property to a corporate housing coordinator. Then I personalize their name, their company, and any relevant local alignment. The goal is clarity, not necessarily persuasion. Step 3, follow-up. One email is rarely enough. Corporate coordinators manage dozens of placements. My typical cadence is day 1, initial introduction, day 4, a polite follow-up, day 7, additional context or availability update, day 14, I offer a short call. All of this can be automated using AI-powered email sequencing. Automation doesn't replace relationships. It maintains consistency. Step 4, platform positioning. You should always be visible on multiple platforms where corporate clients actively search. These include Corporate Housing by Owner, Furnish Finder, ALE Solutions, and Airbnb, filtered for 30+ day stays. These platforms place you directly in front of housing coordinators with active demand. Step 5, retention. The biggest missed opportunity is failing to build ongoing relationships. When a corporate booking happens, ask who coordinated the stay. I want you to collect the direct contact information, follow up post-checkout, maintain communication. Insurance placements can extend for months. Relocation partnerships can repeat for years. Retention is where long-term stability is built. One of our community members, Gordon, a full-time cardiac nurse, he secured a 3-month corporate placement. The team that stayed in his property loved it so much. It was clean, functional, he was responsive, and so easy to work with. Before that stay ended, the housing coordinator asked him a simple question. Do you have any other properties? He did. He had 2 additional homes in that same area. That initial 3-month placement turned into a 2-year booking across multiple properties. And he didn't run ads. He didn't give a discount. He didn't chase the client. Ultimately, it was because he delivered a professional experience and made it super easy to place additional teams. He's still working as a full-time cardiac nurse, but now he's building the kind of stability that allows him to retire on his timeline. That's what retention actually looks like. Now, none of this requires 40 hours a week. AI can assist you with drafting outreach emails, structuring your follow-up sequences, responding to inquiries, managing guest communications. I use ChatGPT for structured communication, email sequencing for follow-ups, AI guest communication tools for operational efficiency. AI doesn't replace relationships. It reduces friction. Corporate clients aren't a shortcut. They're a positioning strategy. When structured correctly, they provide larger booking blocks, they reduce turnover, they provide more consistent revenue patterns. But it does require intention, the right property, the right outreach, the right follow-up, the right systems. If you want templates, structured outreach, and examples and access to corporate housing contacts, you can join my school community. The link is in the description. If this helped clarify how corporate demand actually works, subscribe for more structured breakdowns like this. Corporate housing isn't hype, it's a whole strategy. And if you want to implement it correctly, it can materially change how your rental portfolio performs. I'll see you in the next one.